with terrible fucking lighting, boys. This is a whole ass problem, guys. But anyway, I'm back. It is officially beach break. So much happened in the day. It's time to get this started. Oh, I'm jumping and twitching because I'm so excited. Wait, so excited. That's right, I've been at the gym getting these pectorals together. I'm lying, I got titties. But that ain't the point right now because we're talking about Dynamite. But first and foremost, the most important part of the video, well, third most important part of the video, play my music. Alrighty, boys, now here's the thing. We get this thing on and popping with the Tag Team Battle Royale. Unfortunately, not contending in said Battle Royale is FTR, who themselves have been banned from this match due to their actions last week. Oh, it was sad. They couldn't take an L. But it's alright because this thing is exactly what I need in a Battle Royale. Didn't take too long, got straight to the point. All the teams were in. We got big moves, big spots, interchanging storylines going on. So it's literally not just that random guys are fighting, but also specific actions being taken by certain people and teams that are for story development purposes. Between the feud with Private Party and Top Flight, not as well as them with the Good Brothers. Then we got the Bucks, essentially just trying to, them just trying to like make it there so they can get a chance at the fucking Good Brothers. Then you got the whole situation going on with the Inner Circle, and the Inner Circle basically being a full ass group that has more numbers in it than even the Dark Order. And the Dark Order is basically just trying to bounce their way back and figure out what they're going to do now that, you know, Page thing kind of fell off. So it's now back to getting them established. Guys were looking good, guys were looking great. Hell, Max Caster has a nice point, and actually I was very much digging the final sequence, but it came down to the final three. 3-minute half of the Inner Circle, Sammy, Max, and Jericho being in the ring right there, looking at Jungle Boy, Darius Martin of Top Flight, and Max Caster, with Max Caster getting a nice little elimination off on MJF. Jungle Boy getting eliminated, which I thought this was gonna be Jungle Boy's night for him and Jurassic Express to go at it at Revolution. I'm sorry, that one still hurts me a little bit more. Jericho eliminating Sammy and Jungle together, I believe. And then Darius Martin get a decent little one-on-one with Jericho. I was for all of 10 seconds thinking Top Flight's gonna do it. They're gonna have a big time tag match with the Bucks at Revolution. It could have been good, it could have been great, but that damn juice effect is a very, very good and well protected finisher. And it looks like Max and Jericho will be challenging the Bucks at Revolution for the AEW Tag Team titles, the most prestigious tag belts in the game right now. And for that, and this is going to be raw because I'm getting through this because I had a late day at work. I'm gonna say that match, that opener, it was good. It had everything I needed. Not too many mishaps. It gets an A for me. A good A for me. I dug for it. After that, we and then, you know, we end the night. We also did get a nice little promo package for Jay Cargill. And oh my lord, Jay Cargill got my heart pounding right there. Just so beautiful. Just the body of a goddess of war. And a very good hype video promo package, whatever you want to call it. It's got me excited to see what she can do. Honestly, Jay Cargill, some folks have been kind of dogging her, like saying she's not all that good in the mic, saying that she's going to be way too green, they're giving her too much spotlight. But honestly, Jade Cargill is the type of woman that you want to, that can really throw a nice little wrench in the AEW Women's division and maybe even in the TNT division. Who knows if she actually has a knack for the business? She can maybe even do some things with the AEW Championship. Now, I'm not against it, goddammit. I can see it. I would love to have another China-type figure in professional wrestling. A woman that has a look and can compete with men. I am not against it. Tessa could have done wonderful things, but, you know, that kind of went by the wayside. But that's not the point. I'm trying not to drag on too long. I like the hype package. And then later on, we also showed that Shaq, you know, he's doing his thing, hyping up the match that's going to happen with him, Cody, Jade, and Red Velvet. And for those who don't understand why this is even happening, one, Shaq is a legend in basketball, a big-time star that can help get more eyes on the product. Not to mention, he's with TNT, and honestly, Shaq and the wrestling business, they've been together for quite some time. He used to do business with the WWE. There was the whole big, no, I'm leaving that alone. No more, no explanation. We're getting down to the point. I'm sorry. Now, following that, we had Darby Allin and Sting come into the ring, where they basically are going to attempt to talk to us and talk about the match that's going to happen. But of course, Team Taz interferes. This has been going on a little too long, and even I'm starting to get annoyed about it. I have patience sometimes, but not this time. Like it's too much interference. They're not ever really getting down to saying shit. If it's gonna be like that, just have them chilling in the rafters looking down. But we do find out that we're gonna have Darby Allin versus Joey Janela next week on Dark, and that is going to be crazy. Joey Janela, the bad boy, and Darby Allin, the man with no fear. Jesus Christ. That is going to be a wonderful, wonderful train wreck, and I'm ready for it. Now, following that, babies, we get women's action. Hey, it is finally breaking that fucking situation where every women's match is the semifinal match of the night. The women got on early. Good. And more importantly, they got more than 10 minutes. They actually exceeded my 10-minute mark. This is already going to be a good review. You can tell just because of that alone. But then the women in the match, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, are so fucking good in the ring. With the story that's been feuding for a while. Blood feud. In-ring action. They start this thing off like it's not like the typical lock up. They don't just lock it up. No. Thunder Rosa comes out explosive like a woman that has heat with a bitch and is getting all up in Rebecca's ass. And Britt, she knows it's gonna be a problem. She knows it's gonna be trouble. And Britt it was such a good exchange. Good strikes. Thunder Rosa's drop kicks in the corners. Oh my God, they're so devastating. Britt Baker showing her technical skills, just the women put on with this match. I'm going to say it. This match, for me, storyline, in-ring action, the logical conclusion, which, while Thunder Rosa's taking his L, is not bad, and you know they're going to have to run that back for the Revenger. I'm going to say that this match gets a solid S from me. It was good. Too good. Like best women's match so far in the year. And I'm going to call this one early because it was so good. It was such a good change. Just to see them get more time. And hopefully we can get it to where women's matches can happen a little bit earlier on the card and maybe get more time. Please. But another good point about this match is the fact that afterwards we're starting talking about this women's tournament. Now we're gonna have a Japanese and a US side with Riho, the first ever AEW Women's Champion, being on the American side, basically showing that she is officially coming with AEW, probably because she does still have a contract with us. So she's also supposed to be making the move to America, from what I've been hearing and seeing online. And now I'm actually feeling glad, except for the fact that I don't remember seeing Big Swole in there, but this shows that AEW itself does have a healthy enough roster for women to where they can have 8 solid people in, and I honestly had no problem with any of them. They're all good contenders. I'm excited to see where the tournament goes. Hopefully it gets the proper shine and attention it deserves. I don't know how it's going to work on the Japanese end, but hopefully we'll be able to see it maybe on Dynam, on AEW YouTube or something like that. Hopefully the American women's half will have prominent matches and not just one match. Let's get 2 up in there. So, getting past that, we also did get FTR backstage having a conversation with us about the fact that they feel that Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy had to go and tattle on them for what they did whenever we all saw it on television. I don't know, it was silly, it was goofy, but you know what? I ain't gonna knock it just yet, because at the end of it, it ended with Tully going to the side and pulling out Marco Stunt. They have been kidnapped. For obvious reasons, it's fucking hilarious, but it is pushing this feud, and I don't know. I don't know where it's gonna go, but hey, if we're gonna, because right now I really feel that with the match that Jungle Boy had last week, we really should be pushing Jurassic Express, but I kind of don't want FTR falling off like this, falling off to this feud. So it's a hard give or take balance for me to say right now. But we'll see where it goes. Maybe it could be something nice at Revolution, maybe as an opener. So going forward, we have a real grudge match, and there's only one way you handle a grudge match when it comes down to these men. You got to make it a no disqualification lumberjack match. Lance Archer going on against Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston's family don't mean shit when it comes to all these lumberjacks, and Lance Archer ain't wasting no time getting in there, fucking up Kingston. Not afraid to fuck anybody else up there. And here's the thing: Kingston is the baby. Lance Archer is the babyface in this entire scenario. Lance Archer is officially a babyface, although he's been a tweener, but he's a face-leaning tweener. And honestly, this is a really good match between him and Kingston. It was hard hitting, it was brutal. We had a couple of big spots where there was a nice dive, but at the end of the day. Also, it looks like we could be seeing something forming with Lance Archer and Bear Country going up against Kingston's family. I can dig it. I can very much dig it if it's going to go down that route. And I like seeing those guys together. I feel it. A nice big trio scheme, just so Lance Archer has somebody has his back. I'm just saying. But Lance Archer gets the win after Eddie thought he was going to get his people to get him the dirty victory. Nah, Lance Archer gets this win. Jake the Snake basically knocked the motherfucker out. It was hilarious. And this match for me, it was good, it was satisfying. We're gonna give that a good solid A. It did what it needed to do. It didn't do too much, it was just right. Now we're getting back with more tag action as we have the Chaos Project going up against Matt Hardy and Adam Page. And the tag match basically for Hangman to kind of make up to the Dark Order for letting him down at a -1's birthday celebration, but also, because Big Money Mask got something up his sleeve. We get a little video action showing last week how he coerced Adam into this, and they're having this match. And why, and it's going pretty good. The announcement team did a really great job actually establishing a good bit of connection between Hangman and Hardy. First being the fact that some of Hangman's earliest matches was in Matt Hardy's Omega promotion, but then also the fact that both men are individuals who have been overlooked and somewhat surpassed by their tag team partners, which it's true when you look at the Hardy brothers, Jeff always seemed to get more love and more love from management, even when Matt was white fucking hot and shameful. And then you got Hangman, who was teamed with Kenny Omega, and honestly, people seem to be back at Omega a bit more, even though character-wise, Hangman was kind of teetering on being a heel and being whatnot. So yeah, that's a nice connection. Obviously, they get the win, although Matt Hardy sneaks it. And after the match, they're over to celebrating everything. And it looks like, Hangman's about to really go off on Matt about it, but he just says fuck it. Just like he did with the Dark Order, he just kind of said fuck it and just goes along with it and they celebrate. Cool. I dug it. It was nice. I'm curious to see where this is going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one with a nice B+. Also, I do like seeing that we're getting the next wave of AEW wrestlers on Dynamite, because now we're still getting more dark guys in. We got more, because I believe there was an announcement later on in the night that mentioned quite a few guys from Dark coming up to have matches on Dynamite proper. So this is good. I like that they're starting to bring more people in, and maybe get more people to tune in and check out Dark. So good vibes, good feelings. And now it's time for a wedding guest. Keep saying it comes out to marry. His lovely, beautiful fiance. Penelope Ford with Miro, the mastermind, right there by his side. Look at that arm, like the gym. It's getting me some gains, but we're not talking about that right now. Because it blows my mind how funny this segment was. Like most wedding segments, they're kind of routine and everything. We've seen them so much, and we all think it's gonna go one way. I was actually interested in the Johnny Bravo Rosemary wedding, because I'm just like, how is this gonna go? And a guy got shy. But this was taken for laughs. There was heavy innuendo, kayfabe referencing. Miro basically pointing out that he's been in he's been in a few marriage weddings, and we're not gonna fuck it up this way. Basically skipping the does anybody object portion, as well as the surprise attack from a random gift that was brought in by Charles, the butler, and tossed out and destroyed. Only for him to be gotten handcuffed to the corner as Charles starts whipping Fabian's ass. Then, Penelope tries to get in a little bit. Also, the Sinister Minister himself is presiding over it. James Mitchell, Impact Wrestling, getting more shine on primetime TV. And then, something's got to happen, and Orange Cassidy comes out from the cake, gets himself a piece of a Kippy Boy, and this feud ain't over with, but it was a nice way for the best friends to kind of come back. I dug it, although I will agree with other YouTubers when I say I kind of would have liked to got a little bit more time about it, and also I hate that we did not see the bachelor party. Still good shit. So we also get a backstage segment where Chris Jericho celebrating with the Inner Circle, trying to be like, we're doing this, we're getting it done, but Sammy's just like, nah. It seems like we're being, screwed over by you, Chris, and honestly, it's not working. So Sammy leaves. Chris is actually hurt by this, and he goes to chase Sammy, but as that's going on, Max closes the door has Wardlow close the door because he wants to have a conversation with Hagar and Proud and Powerful. So it looks like Max is making his move on the Inner Circle. I am so curious to see how it's going to go. We're going to get face Jericho, and I'm prepared for it. But I'm also ready to see what's going to happen with Sammy, because Sammy is one of the big key components that'll be the future of this company. So you know what? Let's get it together. I'm ready for this. I am ready for the countdown to destruction of the Inner Circle. Now it's time to talk about the main event. Sorry. Ooh, baby. Ooh. together. So, we have the Good Brothers along with Kenny Omega, who are coming out with new music similar to the Bullet Club music. Okay, I can do it. It's nice. It's like an updated version for we're in the 2021s, not the 2012s. And they're going up against Death Triangles, Ray Phoenix, the back, and former AEW World Champion Jon Moxley. Oh my god. Okay, keep it together. And this match, it was a good. Really good fucking match. Great match, actually. Stand-on star being Kingston. I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. Stand-on star being Ray Phoenix, who was a fucking firebomb every second he was in the ring. He shined brighter than everybody else. Fuck anybody else in the match. Ray Phoenix was the brightest. I want to see a match with him going up against Carl Anderson. That one actually excites me. Plus, him and Kenny are fucking just the best. Pac himself is no slouch, and he also can get big, also slow things down. So I could definitely also want to see another match with him and Kenny, and him going up against Carl. Jon Moxley and Doc Gallows going at it. It just felt right. Big man versus the Bruiser. So much flash, so much flow. Honestly, the least interesting factor outside of the fact that it also was around him in this match is Kenny Omega. He wasn't putting on no extra star performance, but he was doing what Kenny does. He's being over the top, outlandish. He is in these group matches. When him and Moxley face off, that's when we get, the harder hits where obviously the better man is John, because this isn't 7-star Kenny we're getting. I'm sorry, it's not. This ain't the best version of Kenny Omega, but it is heel Omega. And Omega is just really good in the ring. So, it's all good and solid, but you know what? I saw little faults. There might have been a step or two mistaken here, but honestly, it didn't matter because this match was from bell to bell, except partially due to break. A fast-paced, non-stop, action-packed match. I literally was not down the entire way. It was great. This match, it got an edge. Point blank period. You literally have 3 men who are together that are all main eventers, all aiming for Kenny Omega in Ray, Pac, and Mox. You got the Good Brothers and Omega, who themselves, they flow well because they have that history together. And it goes. Honestly, if this would have been Death Triangle proper, I might even have given the match to them. But they didn't have Penta, so they didn't have the full-on flow, and Jon Moxley took a lot of damage in it, but it was still good. And that's not even talking about the 2 big factors in it. One, during the big beatdown, Lance Archer came down because Lance Archer, I believe he has a bit of respect when it comes to Death Triangle. Also, fuck Omega. But more so than that, when Mox finally gets Omega one-on-one in the ring, nobody can stop and interrupt. Kenta comes out to hit Mox with the G2S. Not the best G2S, but he hit him with it. Also make sense, his Bullet Club go to sleep Orlando, Florida shirt, which I thought could have been because he was in Orlando, Florida for a while when he was with NXT, but and it now makes more sense. It could be it's signaling this fucking moment. Kenta, the first of New Japan, proper to come down to AEW in full Bullet Club shirts. And granted, we have NJP Strong with him and Moxley doing their thing at the end of the month. That's fine, but this still holds major keys that maybe, just maybe, that relationship with AEW and New Japan has been established. No. This is Maxwell gets an S. The show gets an A+. It's so good. I gotta go. Y'all have a good one. Oh, peace.